Rusty's boss ranking video series by the Superforge is supported in part by sleepless nights, an unhealthy surplus of caffeine, and a crippling self-sabotaging anxiety that tells me it's time to stop uploading for 2 months whenever this channel actually starts doing well. Hello everyone. How was your week? It's time for my obligatory, long-winded, hyperbolic, and totally 100% objective boss ranking list that you are, under no condition or realistic circumstance, legally allowed to disagree with. Or else you'll be receiving a summons in the mail from my network and a note from my mom telling you how disappointed she is in you. Will I be ranking some Dark Souls bosses? Will I be ranking all of them? Maybe I'll just start doing some Sekiro bosses halfway through and just see how many people catch on. I could just rank them all at the same time and stack all the footage on top of each other so you don't even know what you're looking at. Maybe I'll just throw the script up on the screen right now so you can pause it and see the list for yourself without needing to watch. Or maybe I won't do that. Who knows? Hell, do you always trust titles when you click on them? Shit. Maybe this video isn't even about Dark Souls. Maybe I'll just interrupt the flow of this video completely and start ranking Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. It's not like you could stop me or anything. The video's already made. Maybe it's another Hollow Knight analysis. Or a fucking headset review or something. Let's get around to what you clicked this video for. And that certainly wasn't to see some random online chibi-faced Hanzo-looking casual wingnut from the town of Fuckbutts, Wisconsin, talking to you about Dark Souls bosses. The 2 demon bosses in the Ring City DLC really know how to put on a show, but it sure is a shame that whatever laser beams and comets they decide to ham-fist into their performance ends up being upstaged by their more upscaled counterpart that doesn't even have the courtesy to appear in a different DLC. I could have ranked this boss higher on this list, but I don't know, I didn't want to, I guess. This boss battle is reserved for those of you out there who are so unfathomably sick of what this game has to offer that you wouldn't even dare call yourself a fan anymore. You've killed more dragons than anyone else would even care to look up or learn about, and it's getting to the point where you actually feel your retinas drying out due to all the intense boredom. Hell, the only way you can even access the boss is by feigning a suicide attempt and taking a 1,000-foot dive into nothingness. This shocking act of self-violence awakens a sentience in the programming of the game, and it begins to think, oh shit, this guy's bored as hell. Let's give him a free boss battle for his trouble. One claws you to death like a rabid wolverine, and the other stays at a distance and wafts his eggy purple sulfur farts in straight lines towards your character. Because nothing completes an entertaining boss battle like being hunched over and farted on by Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, and then he evolves into Charizard and starts breathing lasers at you. What a fun battle. In fact, I'm sort of surprised that he wasn't placed higher on this list. But no. Let's quit the piss takes. Let's get around to why you really clicked on this video. And that certainly wasn't to hear a morbid, nauseating description about smoky purple dragon diarrhea being mechanically funneled through your digestive system. Let's talk about this crab, because why the hell not? Look at this pinchy prick. The giant crab, known to the poor lost adventurers who have seen one up close as the holy dog shit in a paper bag, what the flaming fuck is that, has earned a widely known reputation as one of the ecosystem's most introverted creatures. In fact, try to do battle with these animals at long range the next time you see one. Much like the average sophomore level theater major, the giant crab suddenly becomes interested in being in just about any location other than where he is currently. And much like that student's theater professor, he plans to make as eccentric an exit as possible by tunneling into the seawater below and sticking his face in the mud in hopes that he will magically be teleported somewhere else. The animal's name, crab, is actually ancient Greek terminology for the word mud slurper. Nope, don't look it up. I'm right. If you continue this pattern of behavior a couple times over, he eventually gets fed up for some reason with the random asshole poking him with arrows because he needs footage for some lame-ass YouTube video that no one's gonna watch. No idea why he would get mad at that, just a little capitalism is all that is, and decides to just take the party to you instead. The other subspecies of crab, which we may be taking a look at soon in future videos, have extremely long tails and the ability to breathe crystals at you. What do you mean those aren't crabs? Of course they are. Look at their walking patterns. That's a crab. That is a crab if I've ever seen one. What the fuck are crystal lizards? That's not even a real animal, Dennis. You just made that up. Go away. But anyways, let's finally touch base on what you really clicked on this video for. And that definitely wasn't to see some weird-ass, unfunny esports commentator-looking motherfucker feign his knowledge on the many species of crab that totally exist, by the way. No. Let's finally get around to listing some of these bosses that are actually in the game I'm talking about. The glorified Crusader is a forest-roaming, armor-clad giant in, yes, Dennis. Yes, this is Dark Souls. I don't know why it looks different, okay? Maybe we installed the texture pack or something, okay? Just let me get through this, man. The glorified Crusader truly is as awesome as he looks. Now, having assumed many of you are already familiar with where to find this boss, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit and get right to showing you the full boss reveal in all of its honor and glory. However, perhaps the most impressive facet of this boss's design, in my opinion, is just how original and totally not unoriginal he is. Really? That's the best my scriptwriter could come up with? Well, okay, I'm still uploading this. It's still getting published, so whatever. From the polished steel black armor to the keenly sharpened axe. It's quite remarkable how his armor has managed to hold up after spending so much time in the forest. I would link a lore video or something here so you can find out more about this boss, but sadly I searched high and low for any information to no avail. No lore videos, no wiki pages, nothing about this guy really seems to exist. It's honestly like he's not even in the game or something. I don't know, it's weird. So if any of you would like to take the liberty of writing your own lore for this axe-wielding knight, please feel free to let me know what you come up with for this completely 100% original Dark Souls boss. But let's just cut through the noise here and actually get to why you even bothered to click on this video. And the reason as to why is completely beyond me, and at this point, probably even you. But you're still here, so you might as well continue. Bill Kickass, perhaps the most dastardly of all supervillains, is so notorious that you can't even think of his very existence without using like 15 other copy pastas to describe him immediately afterwards. Standard etiquette is the man's natural enemy, and this repulsive evildoer has a moral compass that's always pointing in one direction, and the direction of that compass just so happens to be the words "fuck you" that he has written on the glass in permanent marker. You sour soul, you.
I'm supposed to be making a Dark Souls video, but this one guy keeps kicking my ass.
The fact that he doesn't have a health bar shouldn't bother you that much, because we both know you aren't getting out of this alive anyways. So you might as well take a sword and just stab yourself at this point. Just get it over with. Just full on seppuku your ass. Just But no. Enough dicking around with such horrible, asinine quality jokes. You think you're better than everyone else because you don't go to church? That's right, run for your lives, atheists. Here comes the fucking Pope. But no. Let's get to the real reason that you click. Let's talk about the Abyss Watchers. Perhaps one of the most jaw-dropping boss concepts, accompanied by one of the grandest and most remarkable soundtracks I can remember. The Abyss Watchers hold a special place in my heart. Dark Souls 3 had not only some of my favorite bosses, but also some of my favorite reveals and boss designs. I would be beyond disappointed. Nay, I would be absolutely and hopelessly distraught should I ever mess up giving a nod of appreciation to a boss as iconic as the Abyss Watchers. Every time I write something about the Abyss Watchers in one of my scripts, I have to later on voice that entire paragraph in a single take. Any less would be a tragic disservice to what this game and this boss means to me personally. But I know that's not gonna happen. I've double, triple, quadruple checked my scripts and narration, and I have the utmost faith in my editor to play appropriate footage pertinent to the Dennis! This is Hollow Knight! What the fuck? The number one boss of all time in space should come as no surprise to any Dark Souls veteran. For a franchise that's been synonymized all too frequently with a butt-rupturing difficulty paired with an unforgivingly little and possibly even no learning curve, this boss was intelligently packaged by FromSoft, not only as a boss perfectly representative of the Souls series, but it doubles as an integral and shockingly relevant statement on the jeopardy of the games industry that we all know and love today. This is not a fight against any powerful adversary that has you performing a sequence of moves and spells in tight lockstep with the attacks of the enemy. No, this is an intrinsic emotional battle that all of us pro gamers fight within ourselves every waking moment. It's more emotionally moving than any boss reveal, any god card summon, or any copy-paste style relic of a meme you can only find nowadays on Reddit. This is the one true optional boss of Dark Souls, an object as inanimate and as passive as this splintered pine chair here, offers no reward or bragging rights upon its defeat. But should you find in you the audacity to continue moving forward and choose mercy over murder, you might just discover something about your own personality as well. Ahead lies a crossroads for you, a crossroad as climactic as it is emotionally metamorphosing. Do what you wish to this poor, wizened, and beaten down piece of old furniture, but know this, traveler. Just because I'm not informed of your own decision does not mean your deeds will slip completely by the community's radar. Malpractices as disgusting as the defilement of another's furniture have equally disgusting consequences, and be it tomorrow or a year later, that justice will be delivered unto you in the most critical At this point, I think I've had more than enough videos talking about how tongue-in-cheek my style of content is. And for the most part, I think I've done a pretty good job making that evident in, you know, more ways than one. But I don't know, I just felt like cutting through the noise here as much as I could and just remind people exactly where I came from and why they choose to watch my stuff. And what better way to reflect that than to gather up all my senseless word vomit, stitch them into irrelevant paragraphs with an elementary reading level, and humiliatingly spotlight them right on here for all to see. It seems like the less seriously I take my uploads, the more enamored people actually seem to be with what I make. So at the end of the day, fuck it. Content editing has always proven to be a really cathartic release for me, and I don't know, I don't really see myself backpedaling on that anytime soon. And if that results in a few people getting mad because of an ill-prepared opinion that I had, then I don't know. I guess that's just gonna happen every now and then. I'm Rusty, and thanks for watching, I guess. Get out of here. Leave. I'm done.